So let's take example for making this understood. So making this understand. So if you are given this equation, okay, here's the problem. Okay, suppose you are given x1 into 0.5 plus x2 into 0.5 minus 0.25 is greater than or equals to 0, then y equals to 1, otherwise y equals to 0. So we have to make decisions for y, like x1, x2 and 1. Suppose x1, x2 equals to 0, so the decision falls under doesn't follow this condition, so the value of y will be 0. If x1 equals to 0.35, x2 equals to 0.2, still it's greater than 0, so the value of y will be 1. So randomly, if it is given x1 is equals to 1 and x2 equals to 0, so still the value of y will be 1. So this way the computer learns the technique of these conditions, like if it is greater than or equals 0, then it results y equals to 1, otherwise it returns 0. So this way it works and learns from the data and can make decisions through the data. So there are many categories of machine learning. Firstly, supervised, machine learning, and unsupervised machine learning. So we will learn. There are also many categories like semi-supervised learning, online learning, and reinforcement learning. So we will learn about what does it mean by supervised learning. Suppose you are given a set of data records. So what you have to do, you have to apply classification or regression model to predict the classes. Suppose you are given a set of data set, then you are taking decision from the data. That is called supervised learning. And unsupervised learning is learning without a teacher, okay? Learning is like learning without teacher. Like you are not given a set of data sets or data records, so so you can learn by yourself. Okay, so for that you have to there are many processes for doing this. First of all, clustering, and then density estimation, and so on. Mainly clustering and density estimations is used here. So what is the difference between supervised and unsupervised learning? In supervised learning, a set of data is given to you, and from the data you learn, the model can learn. And in unsupervised learning, it's like learning without teacher. Like you have to cluster data, then you have to predict the output. And there's another category, that is reinforcement learning. So what does it mean by reinforcement learning? Is a type of machine learning where an agent learns to make decisions by taking actions in an environment to maximize some notion of cumulative period. So in reinforcement learning, agents learns to make decisions by taking actions to in an environment. Okay, so what are the examples of reinforcement learning? Suppose in game playing, for example, in games like chess or Go, the reinforcement learning agent improves it by trying different strategies and learning which actions lead to winning more games through trial and error. Acha. So it is like you try this way, this time, and that way, that time. Then you learn from this in which way you can get more reward. Okay, so mainly it's like trial and error. In this way, computer takes a decision. Then it is called reinforcement learning. Also in robotics, like a robot can talk or learn to work and pick up objects or navigate to a room through reinforcement learning. It performs actions, observes the outcome, and gradually develops refined movement strategy by receiving feedback in the form of successful or unsuccessful task completion. Also, self-driving cars. Reinforcement learning can be used to help autonomous vehicles to make decisions such as when to change lanes or adjust speed by continuously receiving feedback from the driving environment and honing its decision-making process to ensure safety and security. Okay, so we have learned about supervised supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. So if there's any questions, you can ask in the comment box. Thank you.